idea.
Yeah, I mean, it's good to try.
Yeah.
I've heard people say, oh, I got cortisone, it didn't help. Some people said, oh, it's fantastic.
Well,
So,
Mom, you had
Well, the thing
cortisone
is-
injection.
Oh, I've
Yeah.
had it probably 4 or 5.
And I've had it in my other knee when it was bad before I had it done. But that was a different thing because that was very swollen, needed to take the swelling. I mean, this was a shot in a knee that had minor swelling, but to me, I didn't notice it. There probably was a little swelling. You don't notice stuff that changes slowly over the years, but it wasn't like the other one blow up, I didn't have that. So it was kind of weird putting it into a knee that I didn't really feel like needed it, but maybe it did.
yeah,
You
that's
adjust
good.
and get used to it. Yeah.
that's good that you went.
It made me realize that I am just kind of getting used to it the way it was. And yeah. But she's like, even if you do want to get it done, there's no hurry, There's no hurry. I can,
Right.
but we'll see.
Yeah. Well, that's good to know about the walking. I mean, we got this treadmill 2 weeks ago, and oh my gosh, I love it. I love it. I walk on it for 25 or 30 minutes a day.
See, that's bad for my knees. It's a very different walk. It's not like walking outside.
Well, I have really good walking shoes, and I have really good gel inserts in them that are
I've
good.
always done that. I've always done that. Just a different knee pressure. It's just not the same. It's a little harder on the knees on the treadmill. It's not the same.
Yeah, well, I don't know. This has got a soft surface, but
Janet doesn't have bad knees. Janet hasn't had a knee replacement, so
no, but
maybe
she
it's
doesn't have bad knees.
I mean,
This was before.
I have had problems with my knees.
Yeah.
But I haven't needed, I mean, I still have some cartilage in there because I did have my knee x-rayed when I fell on it 2 years ago. And the doctor said that the cartilage looked inflamed. So I was like, oh, okay, at least I have cartilage.
yeah.
But it's not bothering my knees at all. It's not bothering my knees. So
Well, just don't push it. Don't push it. That's all I'm saying. Because
no, I just walk like
good.
at a 3 mile an hour pace or less. And I don't use the incline. And I really like it.
That's good.
Yeah. I'm still using my rebounder though, because the rebounder is also very good. And that doesn't bother me at all. I mean, I'm going to try things, and as long as I can do them, I'm going to do them, so I'm enjoying it very much.
And I had a mammogram that came out great. And they said that
good.
Based on family history and stuff, they said I have less than a 20% chance of getting breast cancer.
Good.
Right.
Whatever that means.
I don't know what my percentage is, but
I never saw that before. This is the first test I ever saw that on there.
Yeah.
Actually my oncologist was, I don't know how we got started on that subject, but because I had told him that I had my mammogram recently, and because I have CLL, you're always kind of like, your radar is up for any kind of cancer. So I was telling the mammogram technician about that, and he said to look on my mammogram report because there would be a new rating on it. He said,
Rigby just swept her face.
Want your attention. He's like, hey,
he doesn't have claws out. He doesn't have
you're not doing anything with those hands right now.
Right.
Anyway, he said something about a rating. He said something about there could be a rating on my report that would give me it was something about that, like what you said, Rita. But I looked on the report and I didn't see that rating. He said they're going to start doing it on all mammograms.
Kind of a weird thing to say, it might give people, I mean, so many things change, diet, weight, so many things that could affect breast cancer. It's kind of weird for them to say that. Like, you don't want people to get complacent or something,
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you're feeling good, Rita? You're
yeah.
Stomach problems and all that.
Yeah, it didn't feel good last week because I ate 2 spare ribs. Well, I don't know, because I also had blueberries the week.
What's wrong with spare ribs?
Well, it's meat. I try.
Okay.
Meat is not good for your intestines.
Oh yeah. Right.
So I don't know. I felt kind of crummy all week. I just kind of laid low on stuff.
Oh,
But
Yeah,
I bet
Jimmy-
the spare ribs were worth it, weren't they?
They were really good. Ben made them and
No.
did this recipe, and they was like the best I've ever had. Best I've ever had.
So what
Were
was
you
the
mis-
recipe? Because we made some recently that were good.
What were you going to say, Joanne? I'm sorry.
You said meat is not good for the intestines. Do you mean red meat?
Yes, yes. Well, is pork considered red meat? You know,
Yeah.
No,
Yeah,
no,
really
pork is a
poultry.
white meat.
and it's a full meat. Like it's not a ground meat. It's
Mhm.
Oh,
ground meat is kind of okay, but I'm just eating chicken, fish, and turkey. You know,
Mhm. Mhm.
all I want. All I really want is fish and rice
I eat a lot of chicken. We eat a lot of chicken.
and veggies. Fish and rice and veggies
Mhm.
sounds fantastic to me.
Mhm.
But I am really loving my Aldi's Simply Nature edamame pasta. And I've got Dominic eating it now. It's so good. And I'll tell you, we're making it this really interesting way. It's a old Italian thing that you do with leftover pasta and you fry it in a little like it's leftover spaghetti. And you can use any kind of pasta, but once it's cooked and you got this extra in the fridge, you can put it in like a cast iron skillet or a hot frying pan with some oil, and you can put pesto in there or sun-dried tomatoes or some basil or something, and you fry it, and then the pasta gets kind of crunchy and crispy, and it's
Mm.
delicious. A little Parmesan cheese on top. So I've been into making that.
You've never done that
lately.
with leftover pasta before?
Oh, I actually have.
Yeah.
But Dominic
No.
really likes it now. I've been doing it for a while, but I would make Dominic his pasta and he would have his. And
I
but
mean,
now
we've
he
always
loves-
done that with leftover pasta.
yes. Yeah, fried pasta is really good.
Not as healthy, but
Well, I know. I use olive oil, they say that's good for you. So, you don't eat a huge amount of it,
right.
I eat an appropriate portion, but it does taste good. So I'm making that tonight. And I cut back on eating meat a couple of years ago, and I attribute that and eating more plant-based proteins, and I attribute that to my cholesterol dropping 100 points. I don't know.
Yeah,
I
my
stopped
testing
eating.
will
Yeah.
be interesting this year, I think.
I stopped
Mhm.
eating processed meats, and or cut way back on eating processed meats like kibasi. I do have some sausage, but I try to buy healthy sausage.
I'm not gonna
Um,
do that.
I know. Well, you've got a specific problem, but I really
Yeah.
do think that cutting down on that stuff and eating more vegetables and more plant-based protein
Mhm.
was the reason. That was the only thing I could think of why my cholesterol would drop from 250 down to 150
Wow.
in 6 months.
Wow. I mean, I don't
And
have
after-
cholesterol,
know.
but I'm curious if it's gonna, I can't wait to see my blood work this year. It'll be
I
weird.
know, Rita. Yeah.
Very interesting.
Yeah.
One thing I really like lately is this gluten-free cereal. It's
Oh,
got a weird name. Oh,
um,
and it's
what's
like
the name?
it's got pretty good stuff in it, and it's got like
What's the name of it?
Yeah,
I'm
what's the name?
trying to find like a Three Wishes.
3 Wishes. I'll
It's
have to look that up.
protein and gluten-free, and they have a cocoa flavor.
What is in it?
Oh, do they really?
If it's not gluten, what is it?
Well, it's probably rice flour or
No, it's not rice. It's I can't.
there's all kinds of flours that don't have gluten.
I know, and I don't know if they're good. I really don't know.
Yeah.
Okay,
It's like-
3 wishes. Whoops. There's also a three wishes wine I just found in my Google search.
Oh, that's funny. Okay.
Three Wishes cereal. There it is.
Let me just go grab the box because I can't stand looking at Amazon.
Okay.
They have vanilla frosted, like Frosted Flakes. Oh, I would like to try that.
But I always have to know what is in it because does it have like
Yes.
tapioca or
Yeah,
coconut
got-
or other things
Oh,
that I can't
it's
eat?
got-
I know what you're talking about,
Here it
Joanne.
is.
Yeah.
It's
Some
got-
gluten-free stuff I don't eat because I don't like the ingredients, but
What's
It's,
in it, Rita?
chickpea, tapioca, pea protein, organic cane sugar, cocoa, natural flavor, salt, monk fruit.
I am suspect of tapioca for myself.
Really? I can't believe tapioca. But I don't even know what tapioca is really. But it's a plant. But this is a cocoa one, and they're giving.
oh, yummy.
But I can't
Cookies.
getting sick of oatmeal every day. But I really
Mhm.
gluten-free, high protein cereal, and it's got good fiber.
Yeah.
Grams
And
of
protein.
I want.
Okay, that sounds good.
No corn, no rice,
No.
no dairy, no oats. I love oats.
I know, me
Peanut-free,
too.
vegan, no soy. That's good. Gluten-free.
I know. I
Cocoa.
thought it was pretty good, really. It's less sugar, more protein, and it's like eating Cocoa Puffs.
Which you have always loved.
I have always loved Cocoa Puffs.
Always.
Cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. Remember that commercial? I'm cuckoo for
Yeah.
Cocoa Puffs.
And it
Oh,
comes
yeah.
in different flavors too.
Yeah, I see there's
Cinnamon.
the Frosted Flakes one.
And
I'm just so afraid to try anything new.
Well, you got your Catalina. Is it Catalina cereal?
what?
Joanne, what is that cereal that Rita got for you?
Oh, it's Barbara's oat squares.
Oat Squares.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It does have some wheat in it, but it doesn't have
Oh,
anything
it's
weird
not
like
gluten-free. Oh,
no, it doesn't have anything weird like coconut or tapioca in it. Because those definitely bother me. But I like to eat those sometimes just like as dessert, a little
Yeah.
Right.
handful of those.
Or a
oh, yeah.
snack.
Right,
it's
that's
like
what I'm
a
thinking.
cookie, it's like a cookie almost,
Right.
but it's mainly oats, which is tolerable.
It's a snack. It's a good snack.
Yeah.
Oats just have lots of carbs.
I know. I mean, that Simply Nature pasta that I eat all the time, it's got carbs in it too, but it's got a lot of protein, it's got a lot of fiber in it. So
Yeah, this does too.
Right. Those oat squares have pea protein in them.
I like pea protein. I
Yeah,
really
that's in
like,
this too. I
Yeah.
like that too. That's in here.
yeah.
Yeah. Well,
They
Mom, what do you have in for dinner? Whoops, sorry.
No, I'm just saying they don't tell you the percentages.
Oh.
Yeah. Anyway,
Well,
Mom,
but
what do you
Rita,
have in
isn't there a rule of thumb that the very first ingredient
is
is
the greatest amount?
is the greatest number, and as it goes down in the list of ingredients, there are less and less amounts
Yes,
of those.
that's what I've read.
That's what I heard too.
Hmm.
You
Mom, what are you having for dinner?
oh, I got some leftover chicken from last night.
How's it cooked? How'd you make it? Did you?
I baked it.
Mm,
I've got
We're having-
I baked some drumsticks.
mm.
Mom made this recipe that I the melt in your mouth chicken
Yeah,
with the sour cream.
yeah. You
Sure.
marinate it in milk, and that really it makes it so tender.
Makes it very tender,
Mhm.
which I never knew.
Hmm.
We're
I
having
wonder if
chicken.
that would work on other meats.
I don't know. I've
What?
never heard of anybody marinating beef
In milk?
no, that's not true. Well, a lot of can't think of anything today. I'm so tired. I woke up at 6:45 and I couldn't get back to sleep, so it's a little early for me.
Yeah,
Oh,
Um,
I slept 7 hours last night. I slept good. I didn't go to bed till 12:30, but I was
the
exhausted.
tomato sauce,
Yeah.
the a bolognese sauce.
Bolognese.
Good ones. You ground the hamburger and you put it in a cup of milk and cook it down.
oh,
Weird.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And milk is good for pork too.
Well, I know that because I make the pork chops with the
Yeah.
milk
oh, yeah,
and the
bacon, milk.
cornflakes on
Yeah.
top.
Yeah.
I haven't made that in a while. I should do that. Oh, one thing I did get this past week, Rita, we talked about this before, is a food vacuum seal.
Oh, good. We use
Vacuum sealer. Right. And so then we went to Sam's and I bought a lot of great big packages of chicken and chicken thighs and chicken breasts and put them in smaller portions and
excellent.
you know, put them in the freezer. So
That's
that's
so
kind of fun.
good.
Yeah, it's kind of fun. I want to use it with the blueberries too. Our blueberries are going to be coming in.
Oh, you definitely should. Like right now, it's fresh pea season, so we're getting peas,
Mm,
we're shelling them, and we're putting them in 1 cup things so we can have fresh peas.
yeah, yeah. Right. Right. I've been wanting one of those for a long time. So I
Oh,
finally got
I
one.
think they're fantastic. I cannot believe
They are.
how good things last in there for a long time.
Have you ever used it for dry things, dry good?
Yeah.
Like, you know, I haven't done that. I've just done meat so far, but I am going to use it for blueberries because we have so many blueberries and I put them in double Ziploc bags in the freezer, but I've never been able to vacuum seal,
Yeah. Yeah.
you know?
I mean, look up because there's different ways to do it. Sometimes they want you to freeze them on a cookie sheet first, so they're hard, and then you put them in the vacuum seal so they don't squish each other.
Hmm.
You know what I
Oh,
mean?
that's an interesting
Yeah.
point.
You do that a lot with fruit. You freeze it first and then put it in.
Yeah,
That's
because
true. That's true. I used to do that with peaches. If I had a bunch of peaches, I would put them on a cookie sheet and put them in the freezer so they wouldn't be all stuck together. And then once
Right.
they're frozen, then you put them in the bag and then you could pull out like just a couple pieces of peach
Mm-hmm.
at a time,
Oh,
you know, so they weren't all stuck together. That's interesting. Very good.
Otherwise, unless you don't care, like if don't care about eating like fresh blueberries, you'll use them to like cook them or put them in a pie or put them in a bread. That would be
Yeah. Actually, if you freeze blueberries, making sure that they're dry and they're not wet, like when you wash them, like
yeah,
let
but
'em
it's still
dry.
going to squeeze them.
But the ones I'm taking out of the freezer now from last year, because we're trying to eat them up, I'm just taking them out and putting them in a bowl and letting them thaw out, and it's almost like they're fresh.
But you
I didn't vacuum seal them.
vacuum seal them, they make it different because it squeezes all the air out in between.
I'm gonna try it.
Try a small batch and see how it is.
I will. Because I do like to take them out and just, use them to eat plain, just eat them with a spoon. I mean, I just love to eat fresh fruit like that.
Yeah.
So,
I always have lemon slices in my freezer because I like a slice of lemon in my tea.
yeah.
So I put them on a plate and freeze
Yeah.
them. And then when they're frozen, I put them in a bag.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You have
that's a good idea.
lily pads like on your water in the back. Like, do you have lily flowers? Yeah.
well, not yet. We don't have any flowers yet, but we have.
Is that-
lily
I mean, is that in the lotus family? Is
I
that
don't know.
okay? They come up from below the mud, right?
In the water,
They come up from the mud below, right?
there's not mud. They're in a pot.
Well, they're in a pot.
They're in
they
a
come
pot
from
that
dirt.
stays
I mean,
underwater. And at the end of the season, you cut down all the stems and you just leave it in the bottom of the pond, and it just
covered with
stays.
water.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, so that is like a lotus flower that comes up from the dirt in underwater. I just wonder if it's the same. They
I
look,
don't know.
I don't know. We were walking around this pond today somewhere and we were looking at them and I didn't know if it was the same as a lotus flower,
Mm-hmm.
probably same
Yeah.
family.
Yeah.
Yeah. Floating on the water. No dirt.
Let's
No.
see.
Well, ours are in dirt. Ours are in pots.
Oh,
I'll have to look.
Yeah. Water lilies grow from a pot, even
But-
the pot that's underwater.
Still,
And then the stems come up and they make the pads, that stay
Oh.
on the surface of the water. And then every once in a while you get a stem
Yeah.
that comes up with a blossom that will open.
Oh, okay.
yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
They're in pots.
They were so pretty.
Mm-hmm.
Good.
Our irises are
One-
blooming now. They're so pretty.
Yeah.
I've never done
I don't
irises
know.
in the ground. We've only had them in the pond. I should try some in the ground.
We can't have any because deer eat them all.
Oh,
Really? We have deer and they don't touch the irises.
I don't know if you can see that.
Oh, yeah. Pretty,
That's the
Jen.
pond. Yeah, Mom, I sent you a couple
Your
of those.
pond looks, that's beautiful,
Mhm.
Joanne. The
I-
deer eat my daylilies.
This pond today that almost always has swans, and I'm thinking like somebody eat them for dinner.
Rita, don't
They're
say
gone?
that. You read about the
Yeah, that's why I said it.
Fable swans.
That's
Oh
why
my
I
God.
said it because I'm thinking like,
Say
Did
hello,
somebody-
Tony.
did somebody else read it and get the idea?
Yeah. Hi, Tony.
He wants
But that
attention.
story about the swans
Oh,
in
I can't stand.
Fayetteville,
I don't know.
I was gonna lose my mind over that.
His tail.
I know.
Oh,
Looking
yeah.
better. It still
But-
looks kind of funny.
Is the hair starting to grow out
It
there?
is. It is. It's starting to. It still looks like a poodle, though. It's doing better.
Do you see
Hmm.
that one?
Oh, yeah.
That's from the bathroom around the tub. He was sitting there looking at the pond.
Oh,
Well, we spent some time this morning. I think I told you that my next door neighbor passed away.
No.
Oh,
No,
Well,
you told me.
yeah. Oh, about a week and a half ago. I noticed on my overnight camera there was a lot of flashing lights and emergency trucks out there they were out there for
Oh,
3
no.
hours in the middle of the night. And then about 5 days later, Curtis caught was a woman who was in her maybe mid to late 70s, and her daughter
Yeah.
lives with her. But the daughter told Curtis that, she was out late and she came home and found her mother lying on the floor. She had fallen and hit her head. And I don't know, she had had a really bad respiratory illness of some kind. Don't really know what happened. But
No.
it's like Sharon, I don't know. I guess maybe she grew up in a city in an apartment or something and didn't have a property to take care of, but she's lived over here for probably 30 years, 35 years. And her front yard was always full of weeds, it was like grass, like typical suburban. So some years ago, she hired somebody to come in and put rocks in her front yard. It
Oh, I
says,
remember that. You talking about
thing.
that.
You have a little patch of grass in the middle with rocks around it, and there's just weeds
like
everywhere.
those white rocks, like that people put, like white rocks,
No, not
just any rocks.
yeah, and or stones,
Yeah.
But every year, I mean, she had a bad back, and her daughter never helped her, and she would be out there. She would get a citation from the city saying you've got to clean up these weeds.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So, and her back was really bad. But anyway, so Curtis told the daughter, Kendra, I said, we'll help you, we'll get some neighbors to help clean up your yard. So Curtis and I have been doing that. Curtis
Oh, wow.
mostly. But just like she has some weeds that are like almost hip high.
Oh my God.
Wow.
And some that are very low right in the rocks. That you got to move the rocks around and pick them up.
Yeah, that's not fun.
Curtis saw somebody over there we were out there this morning, but he just saw someone over there this afternoon with a spray container of weed poison or something. So he said, we're done pulling weeds over there, because we're not going to handle them once they've had poison sprayed on them.
Yeah, oh my
Right.
God.
Joanne, did you get that gadget that pulls them out?
It's due tomorrow,
Oh, cool.
but we can use it on our yard. But then my other neighbor across the street, Helene, she had the city. She's 86. She's a widow, lives alone, and she had the city. There was a deal with the city where she couldn't afford to really water and have a grassy lawn, and you water it and you mow it, and you water it and you mow it.
Right.
So the city came in and did xeriscaping for her. She has a nice big tree, and they put in plants that are drought
Oh.
tolerant and more
Yeah.
rocks, but a lot of those plants have
Nice.
died now. But so
Mhm.
Jana, I bought her some of those artificial pansies.
Really?
And I gave some to my other friend Helena too at work. She was going to put some on her patio because she doesn't have the strength anymore to do that, manage plants and planters by herself since her husband died. So I took those over to Helene today. And she recently planted a little patch of hens and chicks and some lavender and a spirea and something else. I mean, they're very small right now.
Yeah.
But I told her I'd pluck them in the ground for her somewhere, and she said, no, my daughter is coming in a couple weeks to help pull some weeds, so we'll put those in strategic places. But we'll appreciate looking at them too across
Yes.
the street,
Yeah.
And
That's
she didn't
nice.
know at first that they were artificial. I had them all fanned out and had all six stems, is it?
Yeah.
In one hand. And I just showed them to her, and she said, oh, those are beautiful. So she'll put some of those
I
in
feel like
there.
around here, it's now very acceptable to like have a patch of weeds. Everyone says it's like saving the bees. Like a lot of those flowering weeds are just like it's like a save the bee patch. Don't
Right.
mow on all the weeds. You don't want to do that.
Well, but what's growing in the weeds? Are there some flowers in there for the bees?
Yeah, there's plenty of flowers.
Oh,
for
Yeah,
that.
so there's like,
wildflowers,
so it's like a patch of
Oh.
wildflowers, so it looks
Yeah,
pretty.
I mean, just weeds. Sometimes they all have flowers. Usually, whether it's a
No,
dandelion or
not here. Not out west
oh,
here.
well, they do here.
Mm.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about, Rita. I have some things that I pull up out of my garden, and if they're there long enough, they will get a little tiny flower or something.
Yeah, you know what I mean. Yeah.
Yeah. But
There's clover. What about you get clover? You get there's a
We
lot of
don't have a lot of clover here.
we have it all over the place.
I
We
love
don't have
clover.
any. Yeah, I do too. And the bees love it. Bees love
Yeah, they
clover.
do. So they're like people are not mowing and not doing it until it gets really bad, then,
Mhm.
or it's just
Right.
an excuse not to mow. I don't.
Yeah, and I've heard people say, don't pull up the dandelions because the bees like dandelions.
I love
Mhm.
dandelions. They're so pretty. I don't
I know.
understand
I think they are pretty too.
They are, yeah.
They're really pretty.
people get rid of them.
Yeah.
They are pretty. I don't understand why everyone wants
Rita,
to
you're
get rid of
frozen.
them. They don't.
There you go. You were frozen for a second.
You were frozen.
Just
Probably,
Oh.
probably my internet is sketchy.
Oh.
Mhm.
I think we found a company to
Just-
get new vinyl on our kitchen floor for us. What an ordeal.
Oh yeah, finding someone to do some work in your house.
Yeah.
What's your floor right now?
It's it is the brand is Mannington. It's a vinyl.
Mhm.
Curtis installed it 35 years ago,
Wow.
and it's held up so well. But we just kind of like want an update and a refresh. It does have some scratches on it,
Yeah.
But Curtis, when he went to take it out, the top layer of the floor was like those awful stick-on tiles, and
Mhm.
underneath that was 2 layers of linoleum, and
Oh
it
my
was
God.
so stuck on and glued to the
Now
base
that's a
layer,
job.
the base layer. So he just got a Sawzall and cut out squares and took out everything right down to the floor joists.
Oh my
And
goodness.
put in a new base for the floor and just put this Mannington tile vinyl in. But because we need to have a smooth transition from the wood to the vinyl, we can't
Yeah.
like it is now. We
Yeah.
can't have a difference in height. We can't have a tripping device
layer.
there.
Right.
So we can't do
Yeah.
ceramic tile. We can't do luxury vinyl planks, because they're all too thick. So we went to this one shop and found this one that we really like. It looks, you probably can't see this picture. It looks a lot like the porcelain tiles that we have in our newer bathroom.
Oh, that's pretty. That's very pretty.
That's
Yeah.
nice.
So and so this company never could. She called me once and said, okay, well, I'll call you back. We'll schedule something 2 weeks, 3 weeks later. She hasn't called back. So we went to another company last week and he showed us everything we got. And we said, it's all too thick, So we said, here's this Mannington that we found in another place. We really like it. It's held up well over the years. He called the warehouse and he said, well, they only have 29 square yards left, which
Oh,
is enough to do our job. I don't know if this is the last available on the planet or what, if they're not making it anymore. I don't know. So we've got that saved for us. And the guy who the guy who installs it is coming out on Monday just to look at our space and make sure we're doing everything right.
Yeah.
But then Curtis wants to reverse the place. The refrigerator's on this side of the room and the pantry's on this side of the room. He thinks it would work better if they were reversed.
oh, wow.
I mean, and Curtis put in all the cabinetry and everything, but then he has to do some electrical work. There is a plug way up high above the pantry, which is like 6.5 feet tall. And you can put the refrigerator over there, but the plug is way up high and the cord on the refrigerator isn't long enough to reach that high plug.
Uh-oh.
So we'll have to put in a new plug lower.
An electrician.
Plus you need a special, don't you need a designated, don't you need
Yeah,
a
we have
designated
that.
line for
Yeah.
refrigerator?
Yeah.
Yeah, we have that. And then we have this bar counter, and
Mhm.
that is one end of it. I mean, there's a post on one end, and the other end of it is like attached to with the support. It sits on a support attached to the pantry. So we're gonna have to buy one of those like end panels,
Yeah.
like the end panel to like hide the refrigerator and have something to have the post. It's not just a floor.
I'll be right
It's
back.
not this.
Oh my God, this is so much more. The floor is at
This is
least,
so much more.
Yeah.
Right, because you're gonna have to do all that rearranging of the cabinets, the pantry and the refrigerator before you put the floor down.
Right. And Curtis
You know
said,
how it's gonna be, yeah.
we have to move out the stove and we should move this one little cabinet in between the stove and the refrigerator and have vinyl put down there. I don't know. He's got it all mapped out, I
Okay.
think.
we're having
Um,
everybody's using that luxury vinyl flooring now.
right.
Yeah.
But it's a problem because,
Why?
all the gas fireplaces, they don't need a hearth. But if you can't put luxury vinyl flooring right up to it, it could melt.
Mm.
Oh.
People are doing that. So now these people, they have to have a hearth, and a pretty big hearth, and it's 12 inches high. We have to raise the fireplace 2 feet, or like there's all these
Oh, wow.
vinyl, and like everybody is using that. Everybody.
Oh,
I just
wow.
think
Now, if it
even
was
the guy,
hardwood, no problem.
even the guy at the store we went to, I said, luxury vinyl, what is luxury vinyl? And he said,
I
yeah,
know.
it's weird to use those two words together in the same
I-
phrase.
exactly.
It's vinyl, for God's sake.
Yeah, exactly.
It does look nice,
Yes, but it's a problem with us in the fireplace business.
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah, I'll
Well,
bet.
Well, wouldn't it look
It doesn't
nice
make
to have like a stone area underneath the
Yeah, or-
fireplace?
Yeah, but what's
around
great
it?
about these fireplaces is that you don't need a hearth. That's what's so great. People like the open floor area, and you put in a fireplace. If it's wood floor, it's kind of nice to have the floor
I've
space
seen
and
that
not
in
have a
some of the
hearth.
pictures.
So now
I've
they
seen
have
it.
to.
So
Yeah.
wood is okay.
Yeah. If
Wood's
they're going to
okay.
use
Wood is okay, but vinyl is.
wood's fine.
Hmm.
Vinyl will melt.
Hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, it just seems like everybody's using it now.
Right.
I guess it's a lot cheaper than hard, but when you think about it, though, it doesn't last that long, maybe 10 to 12 years. And like, you can't refinish it. Not like a hardwood floor, you can just sand and refinish.
Well, this
It's,
time that we're
you gotta
getting-
put
It's a big deal to get the floor replaced every 10 to 12 years.
Yes, I know somebody that just did their whole house in luxury vinyl, and like, I don't know. how it's
So they
gonna
give it a
last. I
fancy
think
name, but it's really not as good a product.
But the
wood
we're
is
getting
cheaper than wood.
the vinyl that we're getting has like a lifetime warranty. It's not the luxury vinyl planks.
Well,
And it
right,
doesn't
right.
look
That's
like
probably
wood.
better. And it's only the
Yeah.
luxury vinyl we have a problem with. It's not regular vinyl.
Yeah.
It's just this luxury vinyl, whatever it's made of.
So there's
But,
regular vinyl flooring and there's luxury vinyl flooring.
There's
Yeah.
sheet vinyl,
Yeah,
which is
right.
like a big roll of it, comes in a
Right,
12-foot wide
right.
roll. That's what we're getting.
It's probably more durable. It sounds like it would be more durable.
It's
Yeah.
very durable. This floor has held up so well.
Yeah, I
We
think,
raised 2 kids and
and look at linoleum holds up fantastic.
mhm,
Floor at 200 Lena Terrace. I mean, nothing was going to kill that floor.
yeah,
Oh, I know.
kitchen,
Yeah.
They don't make things like they used to.
yeah.
I know. I wonder how much it is for a wood floor now, though. I wonder how much. I would like to know the difference between if somebody wanted a kitchen with a wood floor or a vinyl floor or a luxury vinyl floor. Like there must be a huge difference because
Well, and it's the thickness too, because like in our house, it's those floorboards are like an inch thick. They're
Yeah.
really thick boards. They're
the
not
wood
that
floors.
thick. Yeah, they're not that as thick as that anymore. If you want
And-
real wood flooring, it's thinner.
Yeah, and if
You know,
we
some
wanted that
things-
that luxury vinyl tile, we'd have to take out all of the cabinets and like change the baseboard. It's like
Oh,
starting from scratch. It's a huge
Oh,
project.
all the baseboard, yeah, then you'd have to have that replaced. Ugh.
Yeah, I'm happy with vinyl. This vinyl has held up that we have.
yeah.
So
plus you're
well.
familiar with it and you know how it wears.
Yeah,
I feel like a lot of people might not be happy over time with this luxury vinyl.
yeah.
They have to replace something. You know,
Yeah.
if
You know,
something
they
happens.
try to fix something. I mean, I'll tell you, this is what happened to Ashley. She had to buy a new washing machine, right? So we were like, get the Sears Kenmore washing machine. We bought it like the last week that Sears was open at the mall. It's been like 5 years ago. Anyway, we really liked it. We've always had Sears Kenmore. They last forever,
They do.
you know. So she was like, okay, well, they don't, this was 2 years ago. She said they don't have Sears anymore, but you can buy Sears Kenmore appliances on Amazon and they deliver it.
There's a Sears.com. You can still buy Sears.
Well, she bought it. It was a Sears Kenmore. It was the exact same model as ours with a stainless steel tub. We love it. And it was on Amazon. It was like $550. So they delivered it and they even put it in there, put it in her laundry room and everything.
Wow.
So she was using it, and about 6 months after she got it, the agitator broke. And she did some, Google searching and all this stuff, and on this type of washing machine. And what turns out that this model, they started making it without an agitator, like yours, Mom. It's just
Yeah.
a big
right.
tub, and it just goes back and forth like that, but
Hmm.
it doesn't really have an agitator in the middle.
Right.
So people didn't like it. And so
No, because it ties up your clothes in knots.
right. So people were unhappy with the washing
Degrades
machine
them.
when they made it without an agitator. So they went back to the factory and they said, can we put an agitator in all these washing machines that don't have an agitator? So they did that, but it was not a very good thing. And they're all breaking. So there was like all these people that bought the same washing machine and they all have the agitator that quit working.
But isn't there a warranty?
Well, I don't know what the warranty is on it, but anyway, so there's a lot of people out there with this problem. So she's got this washing machine that has an agitator that broke because they tried to make it put an agitator in a washing machine that's not supposed
Well,
to
how long
have.
has she had it?
Oh,
How
she's
long
had
has
it,
she had it?
I think she's had it for about close to 2 years now. And it worked really good for a while, but then this happened a couple months ago. I think it's out of warranty or something. I don't know. So she's using it still. And
Yeah,
it's
2
really
years
a
isn't
pain.
that long.
Yeah, it's just not working very well. She noticed her clothes. She didn't know it wasn't working. She noticed her clothes were not getting clean like they should.
Mm.
And it's because the agitating part broke.
Hmm.
So
You know,
anyway,
we
she
have-
said She said she's gonna go buy a used washer for $100 or something somewhere that has, that she's just so upset about, spending that much money on a brand new washing machine that everybody who bought this one, all the agitators are breaking.
Hmm.
They took something and tried to make it into something else because people didn't want a washing machine without an agitator. I don't know. It was a long story, but just annoying. She's very annoyed about that. So what she does is about every 5 minutes. So about every 5 minutes, she goes in there with a broomstick and she moves the clothes around.
Yeah,
Because
I would say she could go out to a rock and slap everything on a
know.
rock.
Yeah.
I mean, it fills up with water and it goes through the whole cycles and it spins and rinses the water out. It drains out and it fills it with water for rinsing and it spins that out. But
I've been using those paper sheets now. Maybe I already told you they're just paper laundry sheets, so I don't have those liquid bottles anymore.
I've seen
Right.
those.
Yeah, I use those too.
Yeah, I love that.
It's a cardboard box. It's recyclable.
So what if
So
you
it's
want to
just
do just a small load?
Do a little less piece of paper.
Cut one in half.
Really? And it totally melts.
I usually do cut it in half.
What
Here,
does it
here,
do?
It's soap in a little sheet. It looks
Piece of
like
paper.
a little piece of almost
a
like
dryer
foam
sheet?
paper or
Oh.
something, the kind that I have.
But you don't have to carry any big thing.
It's
Does
not
it make
heavy.
suds?
Oh yeah.
It's
Yeah.
just concentrated in this piece of paper, which makes so much sense because they're trying to get rid of all these plastic jugs and recycling.
Right.
Oh, mhm,
And it's like this just paper that dissolves. It's great.
Mm-hmm.
mhm.
I know you're a
Yeah.
little leery of it. Is it going to work? But it does. It's great.
Yeah.
I haven't
Yeah.
tried it yet.
What's the brand name?
Let me go get
I think
mine.
mine's called Everclean. There's a couple.
There's a couple different ones.
I just got it on Amazon.
I haven't tried that yet.
And it just
Those
comes.
Detergent jugs are so heavy to lug home from the grocery store.
Oh, this is so easy. It's like a little package of
Mine,
Mine-
we should
mine's
send
even-
this to you. Mine is called
even smaller than that. Mine's like a
Laundry
tiny
clothes.
little envelope.
Yeah.
Oh, mine comes in a box like this, and it's you can see how thin it is, Mom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like a piece of paper. We should get you some of this because it's great. Mine
so
is screen
easy.
clear, no dyes, no
Right, right.
perfumes.
I
So
love.
you just put it in when it's filling up.
Well,
No, you put your
Now, Mom
this
has a
one says-
smaller washing machine, so
This one says to put your clothes in and set this on top and then turn it on.
see, I have a front load washer. It says
Me
to
too.
put my dispenser that I normally would pour the liquid one. That's how I do mine.
Really? Put it in the dispenser? Wow.
Yeah, that's what it says to do for front loaders.
Mhm.
This one says to just put it on
really.
top of the clothes. Huh.
Well, I have to stop my washer every once in a while and untie the clothes. You
That's
know.
so weird. I don't understand why they get.
Sometimes
no
it looks
agitator in
like
it.
somebody braided, like I have a long sleeve shirt, a couple of long sleeve shirts. They get braided together.
Wow.
Amazing.
It's something about the way the agitator works. The tub goes
There's
back and
no
forth.
agitator,
Right,
Right.
but the tub spins one way and spins the other way, and then it goes. It's just going back and forth. And
Swishes them around.
it sounds like it would work just fine, but it is weird how it does that with your clothes.
Yeah.
It twists everything up.
Yeah. Oh, mine's called Earth Breeze laundry detergent.
Mm. Yeah, I've heard of that one too. And this laundry sheets club is all about less harsh detergents,
Yeah.
with avoiding harsh chemicals found in common laundry
Does
products.
a good job.
Yeah, I don't have any complaints.
Yeah. And I hate laundry jugs.
Yeah, so heavy. Curtis had been getting this type of laundry that came in. It looked like a laundry jug, but it was, the exterior was like this molded cardboard kind of thing. And it had a seam. And when it's all done, it did still have the plastic pouring spout, but the bag
Oh.
inside of it would shrink down as you poured it out, and that bag was recyclable.
Oh, that's cool.
No,
Yeah.
that's a good idea.
Hmm.
I think that might be 7th generation brand.
I mean, the other thing too is
Oh.
like Mare had a place, her co-op, like you would just go and fill up your detergent and bring back your old container, like when you're grocery shopping, and fill it up. So you don't buy a new jug every time.
Right.
Oh,
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Just think of all those laundry.
Yeah, reusing things instead of having to,
yeah.
you know,
I know, it's such a good idea, right?
yeah.
There's Ambrose.
Oh,
Show him your cute little face. He hates to be held. He hates it.
yeah, Tony is not really, I'm trying to get him more used to being held because sometimes you do have to pick up your cat, like if you're at the vet or you got to put him in the cat carrier. And he is better about it now. He will let me pick him up and hold him if I'm like right in front of a window and he gets, you know, his attention is on, you know, watching outside the window for a minute. But after about 30 seconds, he does not want to be held.
This is the only way I can hold him. And
Yeah.
he kind of goes limp. You
Yeah.
know, I have to bring him in from the sunroom or something, so I can hold him. But he
Yeah.
doesn't like to.
Yeah, I can hold Rigby like that too, if I have to.
I haven't tried just like that. Maybe I'll try it like that. I mean, I just like to pick him up every once in a while, just so that he gets used to that in case I need to do it.
Right, right.
But we
Yeah.
know how to get him into the cat carrier now, but he is like, when he sees that cat carrier, he runs under the bed right away. You know? Doesn't he? Knows he's going somewhere.
Put him in the bathroom first and close the door, and then you get the cat carrier.
Yeah.
I bring my cat carrier up the night before, put it on the bathroom counter, and leave it in there. And then when I take him in the bathroom, because it's got to be a little room where he can't run, but he just walks in anyway. It doesn't even matter.
I've
don't
also read
Oh,
that.
I have to put Tony in. I have to drop him down in it. I have to put it up on its side and drop him down in there.
Yeah.
Rigby walks right in. This last weekend, he was like, "Oh, what's in here?" Kind of like,
Oh,
I've heard-
Tony hates it so bad. I have to put a big towel in there because he will pee and poop in there like within
Mhm.
5 minutes.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm gonna mess this up and make you regret
That's
not
like
being here.
stress.
I also learned from veterinary technicians that, like, if you're gonna put the cat carrier on a counter or something, make sure there's nothing in front of it. So like the edge of the cat carrier is right at the edge of the counter, so they can't like put their feet on the counter to like push away, you know?
Oh yeah,
So-
Tony does
Yeah.
it with his back legs. He like grips the opening when you're dropping
He
him
just
in
doesn't
there, and I
even
gotta
try.
peel him up. I shouldn't have to bring him back for a while now, for a year.
I feel like my time is due to have an easy cat to get in the cat carrier, okay? Because all the
It
previous
is.
ones,
Hated
No.
it. Yeah.
I deserve this, okay? Rigby.
I Biscuit had cage rage. I mean, he had to be
Yeah.
drugged. You could
Yeah.
not get him in a carrier. He had to be
Joey,
drugged.
Jack.
Tony is
Piper.
not as bad, but Daniel, he didn't mind going in the crate at all.
Yeah, that's a really nice thing to have.
It is
You know,
nice to
I
have.
thought,
And he's so good at the vet. Sits there.
It makes the whole experience so much more nicer, you know,
It
and less
does.
stressful
Yeah.
when your cat is not yelling constantly and
Yeah. I know.
filling up the place.
So listen, guys, I just want to say this. Like next Saturday, we're going to Portland.
Okay. Oh,
So I won't be here Saturday and Sunday.
okay.
So I
don't-
I know you don't know like when Pat's gonna be there or you know,
right, yeah, let's see how the week shapes up.
Yeah,
I guess I
let's
just
see what
won't be here.
happens.
but I hope she can be in our next Zoom meeting.
I
Yeah.
know.
I know, and I would like to be there. Don't forget to tape it, Janet, but I know, I really hope I
Yeah.
can be there.
If
Rita-
yeah, like Joanne said, let's see how the week
Mhm.
shapes up and when Pat will be home and when she might feel like being in a Zoom,
Mhm.
and maybe
Yeah.
you could be on for a few minutes or something, Rita. I don't know.
Yeah,
When are you
Rita,
leaving? Saturday
I'm
morning?
not bringing. I'm not bringing my computer with me. Yeah, Saturday morning.
Okay.
How long are you staying?
So we'll come back Thursday.
Oh,
Oh, okay.
wow. Staying a while.
Yeah.
Nice.
Well, there's the Yodel dealer meeting Tuesday and Wednesday.
Oh,
So it's a business
it's
trip.
a business trip.
Yes, it is though. But you know, Merritt and Jimmy both have Sunday and Monday off, so that's good.
Oh, nice.
Oh, good.
That'll be fun.
Yeah.
19th. So that's next weekend, the 17th, 18th.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we'll see. We'll figure something out. You know,
Alright.
We're going up to Estes. We're going up to Estes Park, but that'll be like Monday through Wednesday. So
Nice. Okay.
okay.
Well,
I
we
mean,
have speaking like I want Pat to feel comfortable. I don't want her to be stressed out doing it, you know.
No.
You might not want to do it until the next weekend, you know.
right.
Well,
got
maybe
her.
she could be in for 5 minutes, but not
Yeah.
for the whole thing.
we could do a
That's-
short Zoom, you know. I mean,
No.
Joanne and I could still do it with Mom,
Yeah.
you know, just to catch up on things, and
Just make sure you tape it because
Mhm.
send it to me.
I'll try to remember to turn it on right away. I forgot
Mm.
today, but I did tape some of it.
Mom, what do you got coming up this week?
I don't think there's anything, just the usual stuff.
Okay. And in New York and New Jersey, is the smoke dissipated?
Oh, yeah, how is
Oh,
that?
yeah.
The day before yesterday. Yeah, it's been gone now.
Yeah.
Jana, I read that the smoke had reached as far as Asheville, North Carolina.
Oh, it was here too, because they were getting weather alerts here, but I mean, you could look at the mountains and see that they were all hazy.
Mm.
And I could, my allergies bothered me for one day when they said there was an alert here too.
Yeah.
Could you smell the smoke?
Not really. They were just, you could see a haze. And if you looked, you know, like in a distance, you could see a haze.
It was like you were walking in a wood stove, right, Mom? I couldn't believe how much.
Oh, it looks so bad there.
Oh,
It was
yeah.
amazing.
Yeah, we've had wildfires. Well, we had like some smoke from Canada earlier this year, but other years when there's been really bad fires in Colorado, you actually get ash landing on your property.
Oh
No.
my God. That's insane. That's
Mhm.
too insane.
You know, what
Those
about all
are
the little
some-
animals outside? What about them? Does this damage them and hurt them and the birds and everything? I
Sure.
mean,
Yeah.
Poor people in Canada.
Oh, I know it.
no,
It's terrible.
I've never heard of these.
How was it up there in Maine? What was the smoke bad?
They
up
didn't
there?
really get it because they had a nor'easter that was stalled that was kind of holding this off. So they didn't really get it. It didn't,
Oh.
or at least the mayor was. Yeah. They didn't get it.
Well, that's good. It was, they were too far, they're too far over to the east, right?
No,
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow,
it was really bad up in Watertown, up
Very
in northern New
strange.
York.
Really?
Yeah,
Mm.
very strange.
worse than what we had, I guess.
Well.
Well, I'm glad Pat didn't have to experience any of that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I'm kind of glad she didn't, you know,
I
right.
know,
with her. Because she shouldn't have been outside at all.
no.
Right.
But
And with her-
they said, you know, for people with asthma, you gotta wear a mask and be very
Right.
careful.
Right. Oh, yeah. Oh,
So,
well, okay. Well,
okay.
are we all caught up for now?
Wrap
I
it
think
up.
so.
I'm
Okay.
going to upload this video to YouTube. I have a whole bunch of them on my laptop. I haven't uploaded any to YouTube in a while, but I'm going to upload this one and send it out in an email so Pat can watch it if she wants to.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah, that
that's
would be
nice.
good.
Yeah, if she's bored and doesn't have anything to do.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, she might want to, you know.
Yeah.
yeah, I think she probably
And if she
would.
does, hi Pat.
Hi,
Hi Pat, we
Pat.
love you.
I bet.
Yeah, I will do that. I
We
will.
miss you. We miss you horribly.
Yes,
Oh,
I
yeah.
know. I know. Yeah.
Hmm.
All right. Well,
Okay.
it's good to see everybody.
Yep.
Okay,
And
Love
hope
you
for
all.
some-
Okay. I'm sure we'll be talking soon with updates
Yeah.
about Pat. So
Yes, I'm
Yes,
sure.
we will be
It might not be
chatting
till tomorrow, but
daily.
yeah,
yeah.
Yeah,
some
good.
news tomorrow.
Yeah,
Okay.
good news. So,
Okay.
all right,
Okay,
everybody have a
Night.
good
you all.
evening. Yeah,
Bye.
everybody.
Love
Love
you.
you all.
Love you all.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.